In a world where nations often look inward, where global crises are met with silence and self-interest, one African nation just did the unexpected. Ghana, the land of gold, cocoa, and resilience, has just turned the world, donating 10 million Ghana cedis in humanitarian aid to 3 countries. At a time when many countries are struggling with their own economic challenges, Ghana's act of compassion has become a global headline, a story not of wealth, but of heart. Ghana has made Africa proud, and this has set many thanks wagging already. So stay glued, because what you're about to hear will interest you, change how you thought about Ghana, and how Ghana made Africa proud. You are watching First Africa Voice, where we tell Africa stories raw, real, and without filters. Welcome back. If you want the real stories that shape Africa, the ones mainstream media won't tell you, kindly hit the subscribe button. Join First Africa Voice to be the first to know, the first to understand, and the first to see the Africa others don't show you. Don't just watch, be part of First Africa Voice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Paul Lingua. Now, let's dive into the story together. It all began on October 28, 2025. Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 monster storm, tore through the Caribbean, leaving behind a trail of destruction in Jamaica and Cuba. Thousands were displaced, hundreds feared death, and entire communities wiped off the map. For many, survival was uncertain. But while the Caribbean was battling nature's wrath across the Atlantic, another tragedy was unfolding. In Sudan, conflict and hunger have pushed millions to the brink. Refugee agencies are stretched thin, overshadowed by the wars in Ukraine and Gaza. The Sudanese conflict has become the forgotten war until Ghana spoke up. On Friday, November 11, 2025, at the Jubilee House in Accra, President John Dramani Mahama made an announcement that surprised even his critics. This is a modest but heartfelt gesture of Ghana's deep solidarity, respect, and fraternity with the affected countries, Mahama said.
And so there's another gesture. 3 countries are going to benefit: Jamaica, which is the hardest hit, and then Cuba, but also our colleagues in Sudan. Sudan is virtually becoming the forgotten war. Because of Ukraine and Gaza, it looks like the world's attention has shifted there. And so some of the atrocities, the genocide, and the humanitarian suffering that is taking place in Sudan is not something that belongs to the 21st century. And so we all witnessed recently Al-Fashir, when the RSF went in there. A lot of people were killed, a lot of people were displaced, and those people are in camps that are being run by the Red Cross. And so even though Ghana's contribution would not resolve the humanitarian suffering that is going on, we believe that if every country contributes its quota, we can help to alleviate, what is happening in these places. These humanitarian items are worth about 10 million Ghana cedis.
The total value, 10 million Ghana cedis in humanitarian support, including 2,400 bags of rice, 540 bags of sugar, 377 boxes of medication, 3 containers of Ghana-made chocolate, water tanks, clothing, and even emergency toilets. A single message printed on every container read, "From Ghana with love," a symbolic gesture that says, no matter where you are, Africa stands with you. But this wasn't just a government effort. It was a national movement supported by Ghanaian businesses and individuals, from Latest Folk and Trillium Company to Cocoa Board, MTN, and Ibrahim Mahama. Ghana's private sector stood tall, proving that compassion can unite people faster than politics ever could. Also, few months ago, this year in 2025, in the show of solidarity with the people of Palestine, the government of Ghana has donated 14 metric tons of premium Ghana-made chocolate and cocoa product as humanitarian aid to victims of the ongoing conflict in Gaza. At a time when bombs fell over Gaza, Ghana reached out with sweetness, literally, and sharing its most treasured export as a symbol of love, peace, and solidarity. Around the world, the reaction was immediate. News outlets praised Ghana's generosity, calling it a beacon of hope from Africa. In Jamaica and Cuba, leaders expressed gratitude, calling Ghana's gesture a brotherly act in times of sorrow. And in Sudan, aid workers described it as a reminder that Africa has not forgotten Africa. Ghana may not be the richest nation on earth, but once again it has proven that wealth is not measured by how much we have, but how much we give. From Ghana to the world, humanity has no borders. This is the story of compassion, solidarity, and a continent's beating heart. This is Ghana. This is Africa's humanity. In times like this, stories like this reminds us Africa is rising not just in power, but in principle. If you believe in telling the true African story, if you believe that our kindness, our courage, and our unity deserve to be seen by the world, then subscribe to First Africa Voice and turn on the notifications. Because here, we don't just tell stories, we think for Africa. What do you think about Ghana's decision to donate abroad during economic hardship? Should more African nations follow this example? Comment your thought below and don't forget to subscribe for more bold African stories. This is First Africa Voice, telling African story with power. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay brave. See you in the next video. Well, the dew of the day has crept upon our thoughts, and nature must obey its necessity. Here is where we bring down the curtains. Until we meet again, my name is Paul Lingua, the Africa Orator.